of Webtruckers. Yes, we're back in a new studio and we've got some more fact-packed episodes for you to watch.
That is fact-packed, not flat-packed.
Yeah, or fat, or anything else that
just
sounds
make
like
that
it.
clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be focusing on UK trucking this week. And if we can move the camera around over here.
Yes.
This is our brand new, amazing PowerPoint thing.
That
which
we've made.
will show us pictures
of European and English trucks.
We're also going to be comparing European trucks and UK trucks and that, but that's later, and we've got some other stuff now anyway.
Now, earlier on, we were looking at some toy trucks like this one.
Yeah, that's Leyland.
Yeah.
I believe.
And we thought that we would make our own version of Ice Road Truckers. So we got a tray full of water, put it in our freezer.
Yes.
And we took it out and got some bits of white paper and filmed it.
Yes.
And here's what happened.
Tonight on Ice Road Truckers. 3 trucks test the late season ice and break through. And 2 more crash out on the slick roads.
Things are hotting up on the ice road as the season draws to a close.
Months of round-the-clock trucking have ravaged the surface of Pink Lake.
You need new slippers.
And the permafrost is starting to show the strain.
While other truckers are hauling the big loads, Rick's hauling
Dirty snow. Again. For the 25th time this season. Yay.
but he doesn't know what's about to happen. Out on the permafrost, Alex is hauling a load of groceries, when suddenly, his truck goes down. But the other truckers soldier on, unknowing of his situation. A few miles up the road, Rick has found some help from a fellow trucker after his accident. He winches him back onto his wheels. He then drives him back into town, but that's more than these truckers will need. They have a bigger problem on their hands. The notorious piece of ice known as Pink Lake has already taken down a pickup this season. Can it take anybody else? On the road out of town, this heavy-haul trucker encounters an accident. Little does he know that his luck is about to run out as well. He's just been loaded with an electrical switching unit on the surface of Pink Lake. He's waiting to set off on his last haul of the season, when his worst nightmare suddenly happens. Help is soon at hand, and this trucker escapes with his life. But up here, where accidents happen, more soon follow. As the last load rolls in for the season, one trucker is having problems. He breaks through the ice and is trapped. The ice is melting. Nothing he can do.
Okay, right. That was brilliant. A really good piece of film that we've done there. Now, I thought we'd have a look at some toy trucks. So, Lewis has made this fantastic looking Lego Sedan 34-4. And it's got working steering, fifth wheel. The detail's really good. It's based on a picture we got from a book that we will be showing you later on. And also I'll be comparing the actual truck later on, pitting it against a classic truck that Lewis has chosen. So Lewis, what have you got for us?
Well, I've got this. Now, I couldn't actually find any information on this because it's a model, and unfortunately people who make it, Matchbox, only tell you that it's a DAF. So, I can't get information, but by the looks of things, it looks like it carries logs and wooden panels, potentially. If you're into trucks, you like model trucks, I suggest you get Matchbox ones, because they're
very good quality,
very
aren't
good,
they?
very detailed, and they're metal.
Apart from this one, which is sort of...
Yeah, the bottom fell off.
Yeah, don't get that one. Get any other ones, but not that one.
Yeah, you can't get that one anyway because it's mine. So.
Anyway, now we have got some news for everyone.
Yes, we're starting off with Euro 6 emission standards coming up very soon, and Mercedes, surprisingly, were the first to unveil their Euro 6 engine. OM471 is its code name. It's a straight 6 for the new Actros, which is odd because the other Mercedes trucks, they all have straight 6s, but the Actros is always stuck with V6s and V8s. So they're changing to a straight 6, which may be a good idea. We don't know. And Scania have sort of not tried hard enough because they've got a straight 6, just like the one in the Actros now, but all they've done is taken their Euro 5 straight 6, which was good, and they've fitted some extra plumbing, so they've not really put the effort in, built a whole new engine like Mercedes have.
So they've got an engine with part of a toilet on top of it.
Anyway, you might have seen in the news, cameras being fitted on the side of lorries to stop cyclists getting knocked off and killed and flattened. And we think it's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Now, they work by, you put two cameras on the very front of the truck, on the side.
They're wireless.
They look down the side, and they beep when there's a cyclist there. And also, when you're turning, they speak to the cyclist.
Yeah.
So they say, like, if you're turning left, they go, truck turning left. And the cyclist will know, and he'll brake, and he'll let the truck turn left, and he can carry on his way without being killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also...
in the cab they've got a wireless screen which allows the driver to see what's next to him, so it's a sort of an extension of the mirrors, basically, a bit like those mirror extensions you get for caravans. Big news.
Yes.
Big news. Truckfest Southwest on the 2nd and 3rd of July. Hopefully we're going to be there, so if you want to be on the show, we're going to do a live episode there. Just come find us, we'll be around, we'll gather around and we're going to film some little short clips. So, if you are going to Truckfest Southwest, tickets are, how much are they?
£32 for a family of 2 adults and 2 children, and one adult is £12.50 and a child is £6.
Yeah, and it's at Royal Bath and West Showground. Fairly near to Bristol, so you can stay overnight in Bristol and then go there. It's over both days, and the biggest news of all of that is that Lisa Kelly and Alex Zagorski are both going to be there signing copies of the box set of Series 4 of Ice Road Truckers. And we're going to try the best we can to get an interview with them. So, there you go, that's the news. Let's move on now.
And now we're going to talk about a truck. And the truck we're talking about is the Volvo FMX.
It was released in 2009.
April 2009.
Yes, April 2009.
It's a really clever system actually. It can be a 6x4 or 8x4 tipper body or a semi body, but the gearbox is the thing that interests me the most. I'll show you a picture of it. There it is on the rough surface. You can see it just looks a bit like a normal FM, but it's raised. It's got fatter tyres. And its engines are slightly more powerful with more torque, and also it's got a few like frilly protection bits like this sump guard underneath and the shielded headlights. Yeah, but as I say, the gearbox is the most interesting thing because it's an automatic or semi-automatic, so you can change gear manually, but it doesn't only change depending on the RPM, it also changes depending on the gradient and the amount of grip each wheel has. So it measures the amount of grip it's got and then changes gear accordingly, so that it can try and balance the grip out. It's a really clever truck, and it's good looking as well. And we think it'll be a big seller in the next few years.
Now, they've already sold 4,000 of these, but they're still selling, so
who knows?
the number will go up by the thousands.
And we're looking for out for a more powerful version, maybe like an FMX12 or something to come fairly soon. So we'll be looking out for that.
Anyway, now it's the part in this show where we compare two trucks, like we have done in the other episodes. And because it's UK, I bought on this. It's a Rascal Crusader. It has a Rolls-Royce 280 engine, and they're pretty good looking. Obviously we can't talk about them anymore because they're quite obsolete and you can't find them and there's no info on them. But it does have two rear axles, which means it has double the amount of traction as what Matthew's brought along.
Yeah, I brought along a Sedan 34:4, which is only a 6x4, and it's same era, 1970s, and it's far less patriotic than the Rascal is because it's got a Cummins engine from the US. Yeah, and as Lewis said, we can't really compare them on their technological abilities anymore because they're obsolete, what with their overfuel consuming engines and their brake fade and the suspension being made of leaf springs that rust through and stuff like that. Yeah, so we decided we're going to compare them on their patriotism to Britain, it being our sort of UK special episode. So for that reason, the Scammell has won, because it has a British-made engine, and it's completely British-made and always was.
And I always used to think of it like a Mac.
For Britain, because it does look like one, doesn't it?
It looks like a Mac.
Yeah. So anyway, that'll probably be a good point at which to end this episode.
But before we do, we've got a question from a viewer, and it was, why does my car make a whining noise when it's in reverse? And we'll find out the answer for that viewer next week. Anyway. Aww.
That's the end of the episode. Good night.
And I believe you have one to show, don't you?
Do I?
Yes, it's there. Yes. Oh, it's the Lego one.
Oh dear. Right. Well, it's broken.
Oh, what's
And
happening?
that's...
Oh, the fuel tank fell off.
There you go.
The fuel tank's come off!
Anyway, this will probably be a good point at which to end the episode.